Isra and I were joking around about like what the definition of a Servebot is, because we were joking like, is Kyrgios like considered first team all bot? Because he holds serve a lot. The stats kind of point towards him holding a lot, and it's considered a possible potential first team all bot. Right now it's Isner is first team, I'm first team, Karlovic is first team, Raonic, and I think Kevin Anderson. But Kyrgios makes a case for it, but we kind of came to the conclusion today that Servebots have to be a little bit miserable to watch, and he's too exciting, too fun to watch, so he doesn't fall into the Servebot, the full first-team Servebot category.
Tell us about the no-look between the legs shot.
I mean, that was my only option from there. I joke around, like, it's kind of somewhat of a highlight, but tweeners are so like common now. They're so like, I always say they're so mainstream. They're not even that cool anymore because everyone hits them. Like, you can't find a Kyrgios match where he doesn't hit two of them. Hubert Hurkacz hits one every match. It's it's just like the only one I think I've ever made.
Tweeners aren't cool anymore. What is cool?
I don't know what's cool anymore. I guess I don't know what the new wave is. For a while, the underhand serve was cool, but the lefty serve that Fritz does, he thinks that one's real cool. That one might be cool, but yeah, the tweeners are too mainstream now. Yeah, I mean the darkest day of tennis for me. I remember too well, unfortunately, but I was playing a challenger in Central America. And my coach and I were there. It was red clay. The courts were like completely unplayable. And I just remember Isner was playing in the finals of Miami against Zverev. And we were stoked for him. We were stopping practice to check scores. And then I remember like mid-tournament, I think at the first ball change in my match, they ran out of the tournament ball they were using. So we switched balls to a completely different brand of ball, like midway through the first set, and the court was like completely rugged, and I was like, you know what, if I even try, I could roll an ankle. I was like, I want out of here, and I didn't even compete, and I wasn't even frustrated with myself. I just wanted to get out of there healthy, and I remember just being livid that like I flew a coach, a physio, I invested in myself to do things the right way. And the tournament was unplayable. They didn't have food on site. There was no indoor area to sit and hang out. It was all outside, and it was super hot. And I just remember like, and then Isner had just won, and I was like stoked for Isner, but I was like, man, like this is not the same sport that Sasha Zverev and John Isner are playing. Yeah, I mean, it says a lot, but everyone's been there, you know, like. Every player's been there, to be honest. There's only a few that haven't. Isner might be one of those. He's never played a Grand Slam qualifying match, which is a unique stat, I always say. But every player's had adversity at some point in their career. Everyone's had a dark day. Every athlete, you know. And so yeah, I mean, mine is not as dark as others. I'll say that. There's been some really great stories from some guys and that have turned, you know, nothing into something. And yeah, I think that's a common thing a lot of athletes can relate to, but nothing special or out of the ordinary that I've done.
Reilly, it feels like American tennis is having a bit of a moment right now. I mean, there's 14 guys in the top 100. That's the most since '96. There's also Brooksby, Nakashima, Sebi that are coming up that are younger than your quartet of guys, you know, with Tommy Paul, Francis, and Taylor. I wonder if you could just comment on the vibe and if you're excited at all to be kind of a leader now in that group.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a leader. The press has been extremely negative towards American tennis, extremely negative, ridiculous to be honest. We have 14 guys in the top 100. So yeah, when it comes to you know, the press always being so critical on U.S. tennis, I don't have time to answer it. You know, I don't have time to even hear any of those comments. We have some unbelievable guys. Isner's been top 20 for a decade. TFO has been in the quarters of the Australian Open. He's beaten pretty much everyone. Tommy is had an unbelievable last 2 years, and Fritz has been consistently top 30 for a long time now. The media and the press have been extra harsh, I think, on American tennis success. They've been comparing it to a unrealistic era. The game's different. The game's changed. And the U.S. American tennis is in a great spot. It's been and then the women's side is, we've been fortunate with Venus and Serena, and now Coco and Madison Keys have been great. American tennis is doing just fine. It's the media that has the problem, not us.